Hi there, and welcome to a game by Spiderweb Software. I've got my hands on this by total randomness. Like a man from the Spiderweb Software friends contacted me and asked me if I wanted to preview the game Avadon 3 the Warborn. I've done my research. It's a very renowned series on Steam. You can see that the people love it. It's a little retro from the graphics and the sound standpoint. But otherwise it's like I've tested it a bit for like some hours and it's really good. If you're into retro graphics, retro games, isometric games, great story and tactical combat, turn-based, then this game is totally for you. It's also close to an adventure game a bit, and yeah, it's like a very classic CRPG, and I totally love it. And you'll see. We'll start up the game, and then you can make an opinion for yourself. But I can only say that most retro games I've tried just basically had one pitfall, which was like the interface was really unnerving, and that was pretty hard for me to deal with. But this one has a pretty good interface, you'll see. And of course the fun is there, the game is there. So we'll start up as a shaman. I've always loved shamans. I've played one in World of Warcraft. We'll start up with normal, just to give you the normal experience. Now we'll try to let's get rid of this. Sum up the story, as the story of the previous games I think is summed up here. So, you are a hand of Avadon, a mighty warrior, trusted to defend the Pact. The Pact is an alliance of 5 nations, banded together for safety. The Farlands, enemies of the Pact, surround it on all sides. These are nations of barbarians, raiders, titans, faded, jealous empires, all waiting for a sign of weakness. The Pact had one purpose: survival, by crushing the Farlands and keeping them weak and divided. This alliance functioned for centuries. Then the Age of Chaos began. The Farlands banded together and attacked in unison, pouring over the border and inflicting enormous devastation. For 3 years you have fought to hold back the hordes. Armies have fallen. Cities have burned. Once the Pact being this weak would be unthinkable. The Pact had a protector, determined to root out those who would weaken it. Avadon, the Black Fortress. This is, I think, part 2. So, you're getting through the whole epic story here, and this is the final, if I understand it right. Warriors of Avadon such as you watched over the 5 nations of the Pact. When anyone acted to harm the peace and tranquility of the Pact, Avadon destroyed them. Its power was without limit, its word was law. Avadon has watched over the Pact for 3 centuries. Its warriors wield the finest weapons. Its wizards are allowed to learn the most powerful spells. And the keeper of the Black Fortress, Redbeard, directed them all. Then Avadon was nearly destroyed in a surprise attack. Its warriors were hunted down. Redbeard was driven out. Without Avadon's guidance and protection, the Pact struggles to stay strong and unified. You are one of these few fighting to help Avadon survive. You are a hand of Avadon, a warrior and enforcer. Your authority is almost without limit. Your word is law. You are in one of the most violent lands. You are on the border with Chimeria, one of the Farlands full of stone fortresses and brutal warriors. You hunt the hostile Chimerians as best you can, without reinforcements, supplies, or guidance from Avadon. You have just woken up in your quarters. You're stationed in Camp Nightshade, one of Avadon's few remaining small fortresses on the border with the enemy Farlands. You are bruised and exhausted from constant patrols and skirmishes, but rest is unlikely. It is time to rise and receive your orders for the day, risking all to hold back the unending waves of invaders. This is the map. Pretty cool, I must say. Looks like in the in the Lord of the Rings, the original maps there, so pretty cool. Welcome to Avadon 3. These messages will pop up to help you learn to play the game. Click somewhere to move your character. Yeah, that's what we'll do. This is who we are, and we'll move just round. You roll out of bed, ready for another day of war. As a hand, you have a lot of freedom. You can scout, you can grab some soldiers and raid a Chimerian settlement. You can even check in with your commander and see if she has guidance for you. You haven't received orders, let alone supplies or reinforcements from Avadon in months. Your job is to do all you can with what little you have. As you wake up and your vision unblurs, you see that someone left something for you in the night. It's a rare, pleasant surprise. Someone finally brought you the new cloak you've been trying to get. It's waiting for you on the table to the north. Here. And you press a G, and then you can access it on the ground. Like G is like the perfect thing. You can see here, easy to understand. If you played like older role-playing games or MMOs like EverQuest 1, you would recognize this is a pretty common system with the armor plus 3% energy damage and stuff. We have an apprentice rod. And we also have abilities. We can summon wolves. Pretty cool as a shaman. Woo! It's an awkward fit, but the cloak will prepare you for a harsh Chimerian winter. Time to go out and look for something to do. Yes, nobody is watching you now, but one day you may have to answer to Avadon for your actions, or lack of them. To open a door, search a box, or use any other object, select it. There we go. And we open the door. If you press tab, you can see the map always. Again, we're just searching through here. Maybe we can find something with a G key. It's closed here, so. Oh, look at that. Surprisingly, more supplies have been left for you. A flask sits on a nearby table. Shape of the flask identifies it as one of the Hand Sazzy's healing brews. 2 pieces of new equipment in one day? Unheard of. There's a storeroom to the east. It's been mostly empty for months. Who knows? Maybe something handy has appeared there overnight. Get the potion. Once it's on your pack, you can press the star button next to it to use it. You can use scrolls and lamps in the same way. Missile weapons for you to equip are in the next room. Oh, there we go. Let's go over there and get that thing. Walk right in. And we have more stuff here. An iron javelin, a short bow, a razor disc. All has value, so we'll pick it up. Because we can. Because we can. Is there something on the table? Nope. Wasn't visible as well, so. Let's continue our way out of there. As you emerge into the chilly morning, you see Torque hobble toward you. You don't know his real name. Since you arrived in Camp Nightshade, everyone's only ever called him Torque. He's not a hand of Avadon, just a packed soldier assigned to defend this Avadon outpost. He's been here for a long time, and he has the scars to show it. He's too old and damaged to be sent out on most patrols. He's usually here at home, helping out. He waves to you as you approach. Hail, Immanuel Khan, just coming out with the news of the day. Actual surprise today. Huh, a surprise? Let's be optimistic. Actual news from Avadon? Talk loud. No, not that much of a surprise. Still nothing from our masters. It's just that Commander Cerise wishes to give you your guidance in person today. Any idea what it's about? No, and I know better to ask. Never good news to be called by the commander, though. Alright, I should be going then. Torque turns slowly, wincing, when his weight lands on his right leg. Old wounds are hurting. You move on ahead, I'll hobble behind. I'm sure you want to hurry and get your guidance. You now have a quest to find the commander. Get your first mission. Your destination will be marked on the map. By the way, why do they call you Torque? He seems saddened by the question. Chimerian village attacked pack travelers a decade back. I was part of the punishment team. Went into the village pretty poor there. Their buildings were mostly wood. I had to get their attention. Got my nickname because of that. Shakes his head. Hope you have a better day than that. Have to go. He hobbles off. Oh, so we have to go here, I think. Oh, this green area. Let's move there. Is that... Oh, is it like here? Let's see. No. Could be... No, it's not the green area. So where is it marked on the map? Report to Ceres. Oh, it's here. All right. With the tab key we can see it. Yeah, then we'll just report. Oh, here's some fruit. Trowels, clay pots. Love it. Now we can be agricultural man. Let's see here. A lot of guys standing around here. Let's see. Keep watching. It's the watcher, probably. A lot of doors. Wow. There's already so much to explore. Can you see that? Wow. You pass the stream and approach the main entrance of Camp Nightshade. As usual, it is quiet, underpopulated, and intense. Your camp has too much terrain to control and few resources to do it. It's a pretty serious place. You take your familiar walk to the commander's office to get your guidance. Most of the facilities are burrowed into the walls of this remote ravine. The commander is in the moldy warren to the southwest. Yeah, so it should be somewhere here. Let's see. Oh, flower pots even. This is nice. Who are you, a Nightshade guard? Oh, there's some weapons. Can we get some weapons? There's pitchers, mugs. I don't think we need that. What's here? This book is about Linnaeus. This entry has been added to your codex. It can be read in the journal. Oh, interesting. Let's look at the journal. Yeah, we have the quests here. Report to Ceres. We have the codex. Linnaeus is a name given to all of the known lands surrounded by endless sea. The history of Linnaeus is the history of all living things. Nothing lies past the shore but ocean. Well, actually, there are legends of lands beyond the sea. Centuries ago, supposedly, some brave mariners departed and returned, bearing proof of other lands far beyond. But that was long ago, and any such evidence is lost, if it ever existed, which it almost assuredly didn't. There are other tales of mad mariners who tried to discover lands across the sea. They have never returned. The dominant power in Linnaeus is the Midlands Pact, more commonly known as the Pact. These 5 nations are located in the center of the continent. They stand united against the Farlands, the many small squabbling powers that occupy the outer peninsulas of Linnaeus. And we are part of that pact. Cameria is active. Welcome, Immanuel Can. I have guidance. What's in your... NY? This means probably not yours, huh? Let's talk to her. As part of your routine, you approach the desk of Commander Ceres. Like most of the warriors here, she's a soldier of the pact, not a full hand of Avadon. Wounds from past battles limit her ability to stray far from the camp. As you approach, she is making notes on a scroll with her right hand. Her left hand was burned into a claw by a spell years before, though this has not hampered her leadership skills or her ability to cast powerful magic herself. She consults her scroll as you approach. Ah, Immanuel Can. Yes, I have guidance for you. Urgent. Unusual. She seems even more nervous than usual today. What guidance do you have for me today? Ceres shudders. Serious guidance. The sort it might be unwise to neglect. The gaze of Avadon is on us. We have received word from the Black Fortress. 2 new hands have arrived. Wow, you have an actual message from Avadon? I think that was years ago we got one. Yes, for the first time in months. Me, I am nervous. You should be afraid. Who are the new hands? The names are Nathalie and Botan. They are in the Hand Camp. This is a short walk to the east. I have barely spoken to them. They are as agitated as I am. They asked me to send you to speak with them before I give you more guidance. Please do so. I don't want any angry hands. I think you will be working together. Alright, I have another question, if there is. I'd like to know more about you. I'm a mage from the Kellum. I joined the army to protect the Pact. I was good at my job. Redbeard heard of me. He decided that I would serve here, be useful. Useful how? She looks at her ruined hand. Sometimes I fight. Mostly, I create a base for you, so you don't have to worry about the petty details of life. Then you can go out and do your harsh work. I also give guidance when there are no fresh orders from Avadon. How do you decide what guidance to give? Avadon wants the Pact to be strong and stable. I do too. I look around and see what would make Avadon stronger. Then I make suggestions, guidance. What would happen if I didn't follow your guidance? Nothing, I suppose. You are a hand of Avadon. Your word is law, as they always say. She sounds tired. She's given this little speech to many young hands before you. However, I am here because the Keeper of Avadon trusts me. If you ignore my advice and something goes wrong, you may have to answer to your harsh master. I find this provides the hands great motivation to respect me. I've got another question. You seem ill at ease. Cerise leans back into the seat, sighs and looks across at you. It is difficult to command a fort when all of you hands are not under my command. You are above the law. My law. But that is not why I am nervous. Something is going on. What is happening? I'm getting messages from Avadon. New hands are coming. I am getting orders. I'm warning you. You should be prepared for action. Oh, thank you. That's all for now. Cerise's guidance. New quest. Avadon has begun to take a new interest in lowly Camp Nightshade. Commander Cerise has received orders from the Black Fortress and she needs your help. 2 new hands have arrived from Avadon. Their names are Natalie and Botan, and they are in the hand camp. Go over there and meet them. Alright, and we'll see that in the journal screen. So, this was a good start. Could see the graphics. Graphics are nice. They are not really scalable, but they're nicely done, and they are scaled up to... Yeah, this is... I'm recording this on widescreen, but I think it's 1900x 1200 or something would be the original resolution, or 1600x 1200. So anyway, it looks pretty crisp here. You can see no pixels or something like that. It's very intricate detail. You can read the tiniest things. It's really fascinating. So the graphics, as retro as they are still pretty good. I mean, you can see the textures here very good. The game is fun and really it motivates me to follow all that. And it has a modern interface. It has a modern like quest thing, so like where you can find where you go and all of that. So don't have to search around too much. It's pretty cool. So I'd say I'll save now and see you in the next episode. I hope you liked it. If you're interested in the game, just search Avadon 3 on Steam. I think it's also on Good Old Games, so yeah, try to find it there. It has 3 parts for now, and the Enterprise, the team that has made this, has made many other games over 20 years, I think. Very good games, so check them out on Steam and on Good Old Games, just as you like, and we'll see each other in the next episode when we actually go into action. Thank you for watching.